So welcome, dear friends. Welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa, your guide through this gentle Vayu flow and energy restorative practice. Prana is the Sanskrit word meaning energy. Vayu literally means wind, or in this instance, path. This is the way the breath, the prana energy flows through the body and the nervous system. Inward, outward, upward, downward, and within us. In Jewish terms, we say we are surrounded by Ruach Shekhinah, the wind of Yah, or Adonai, or Shefa, the energy of the eternal, the higher power which flows in us and through us. In Kundalini Yoga, the spine is used as the energy flow conduit. But today we're going to harness the power for healing and restoration through this prana wind pouring into us as restorative energy and moving away from us as regenerative energy for the life around us. Healing happens on all levels, in all directions, on all planes of awareness. Today, we imagine this flow to create a conscious awareness of how the Vayus, the wind, balance and heals our metabolism, flosses our nervous system. I don't know about y'all, but after the week we've witnessed the trauma and upheaval in the world, I really need this practice today more than ever. So let's unplug from that noise around us. Plug into what we most need for ourselves, just for an hour. Let me tell you a little bit more about the Vayu pathways before we go into our body scan. So there are 5 Pranavayu pathways. Udana is upward energy. It's centered around the head and aligned with the throat and the third eye. Udana, upward energy. Prana is circular energy. It really flows between the diaphragm to the throat. It's seated in the heart chakra, anahata, unconditional love. Samana Vayu is inward energy, centered at the navel and the stomach. It's associated with fire, the solar plexus, digestion, and self-worth. The kishkis. Dhyana is the outward energy flow, which includes all of the circulation pathways of the nerves of the body, which sends intention out into the world. We're going to be using dhyana a lot, mostly forward, but also up and out. And apana is downward energy, centered around the pelvis, the lower abdomen to the feet, associated with haaretz, the earth, with reproduction, elimination, and grounding to the self. So I'll be referring to these pathways throughout our practice today. And we're going to use the Vayus again in our restorative yin practice at the end of the month. So if you need to review them, be sure to go to my YouTube channel to reinforce these teachings and at least watch the beginning of this Dharma talk. So find a comfortable place to ground into the chair or onto the mat in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Close the eyes if that's available, or just soften the gaze to the drishti at the tip of the nose. Pack up a suitcase with all the news, the to-do list, the thoughts of the day. Zip up the suitcase, close it. Mentally place that suitcase outside of the space that you're in, bringing yourself fully into this moment, this hour, this time of Vayu restoration. And as you release anything that you don't need any thoughts that might be niggling at you. In yoga, we call this monkey mind, but really meditation is just the act of resting the mind from thoughts. So let's, at least for this hour, imagine those thoughts floating away like clouds. Just dissipating. If you feel like thoughts are coming into your mind, swallow in the throat and then allow them to float away. Let's begin our body scan today, just with a little bit of warmth in the hands. And bringing that warmth into Udana Vayu, into the third eye. Bringing wisdom, clarity, at the same time releasing any thoughts that might be weighing in your mind. Replacing them instead with space, just to be. Let's create more heat, more heat, more heat. And once again, feel that energy coming into the face and the third eye, the panim. And then release the hands down. If you'd like to use a mudra, feel free. And imagine that string tied to the top of the head and attached to the crown. Bringing that Udana Vayu all the way up to the source, connecting to the source. That energy is now going to be connected with source. And by the same token, that energy is going to flow down into the top of the head, down over the third eye and the face. Udana Vayu. Allow that energy to circle around the head and the throat. And then flow down into the heart center and circle all the way down into the diaphragm, from the throat to the diaphragm, Pranavayu. And we're going to use that Pranavayu in a moment as we do our pranayama breath. And as you breathe, allow that pathway to open and to clear. Infuse it with healing. Now allow that light to flow down into the belly and the stomach, inward towards the kishkas. Samana Vayu, a fire that creates chutzpah, courage. We're witnessing a lot of Samana Vayu going on right now in the world. Courage. Allow that Vayu to move down into the hips and legs, all the way down to the feet. Apana Vayu, connecting with the truest part of the self, your Dharma. What are you meant to be doing? What is your calling? Connect with that energy, with that calling. Now is the time to do what matters most, and to let go of anything that's not serving the Vayus. All that energy from crown and all the way to the source, into the throat and heart, down to the belly, hips, and to the feet. We're going to harness all of these energy pathways. And imagine they're cleansing away all the toxins from every cell, bringing a complete sense of shlemut, of wholeness and healing. Going to move to chair, but feel free to stay on the mat in Sukhasana. I also need a block because I'm too short and I want my feet to connect to the earth. I've got my hands in a mudra. I'm still seated very tall with that string connected to the source so I can lift my spine and make a space for the Vayus to flow through. Close the eyes or draw the attention to the tip of the nostril, tip of the nose and the nostrils. And as we begin to get this prana Vayu flowing, pay attention to all of the places in the body that feel tight, that need unknotting, that the Vayus can release. So inhale into the belly, Pranavayu into the lower lungs, all the way to the throat. And then slowly exhale and imagine that prana releasing anything that you don't need and taking it away. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, and sip the air all the way into the throat. Opening, expanding, increasing the energy throughout the body, and then slowly release. Squeeze all the air, pulling belly button, spine. I know there's slow breaths, but this is the way. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, filling the cup with Pranavayu all the way up to the throat. Energy flowing, washing, restoring, and then release the air very slowly. Use Ujjayi breath if that's available to you. Slight constriction at the back of the throat. Ocean breath. Inhaling, lower belly, lower lungs. Witness the prana coming in, filling the upper lungs, and then filling more all the way to the collarbones and into the throat chakra. And then slowly release. But don't let the spine collapse. Continue to lift from the crown, and that string connected to the source. Inhale. Bring that love prana all the way into the heart center, surrounding it and filling up with that energy of ahava. And then releasing slowly, sending that love into the world. Receiving, inhale. All the way up to the throat. And giving back. Releasing slowly, letting go, really relaxing the arms, unknotting any knots that might be tied in the body, sending breath to those places. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, filling all the way to the top. Sip, 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 sip. And then releasing slowly. Allowing the mind to rest, allowing the body to heal, allowing the spirit to expand and release. Excellent. We are going to start moving now, so just shake out hands a little bit, just move them around. We're going to start bringing that energy into heart center. Yeah. So let's start with our seated cat and cow as we normally do. Again, opening the heart center, restoring the spirit to the body as we inhale. Shrug the shoulders up and then look up and exhale. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up and then drop them forward and exhale. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up, roll them back, look up. As you inhale, and then as you exhale, shrug the shoulders forward, look forward, and allow that Pranavayu to come into the heart, but we're going to expand it even more. Do one more shrug back, open the shoulders back as you inhale, and exhale, roll the shoulders forward. Let's add the arms and expand that. Inhale, feel the prana coming into the heart center. And as you exhale, open the heart. Inhale up. And then all the way forward. If you're in your chair, you can come down with elbows on knees or all the way down if that's available to you. If you're on the mat, which I'm going to show a couple of different ways of doing everything today, you'll come all the way forward. So let's inhale all the way up and bring the hands behind. Open the heart center as you feel that energy coming into the whole front of the body. Inhale up and exhale all the way forward. Pranavayu, downward energy. Press the palms into the earth, grounding the self. Inhale up. And let's do a gentle side bend and then look up under that lifted arm as you feel the prana opening on the side body. Feel that energy going up and down the side body. Good. Inhale up, both hands up. Drop one hand, look up under that lifted hand, easy side bend, but feel the energy going up and down the side body. Feel the prana opening. As you inhale, bring both hands up. This time, both arms over. Don't drop the arm. Now look up under that arm. It's different. And then exhale. Inhale up and both arms over. And look up under that lifted arm. Nice and easy. Inhale up, Udana Vayu, and then look towards the back and just allow your drishti, your gaze, to bring your gaze behind. Nice twist in the spine. Inhale up. And allow that prana to flow as you do an easy twist behind. Allow the drishti or your gaze to bring your head around. Good. Inhale up. We're going to do one more twist each side. Inhale and exhale behind. And use your hand behind you as a kickstand of sorts. So you just pull yourself around. Good. Inhale up. And exhale, look behind. Ashrei. Happy are those who dwell in this house of your Mishkan, the Mishkan of the body, mind, spirit. Inhale up, Udana Vayu, and all the way down to Pranavayu. Put that downward energy into the hips, into the hands. Send the intention for your grounding to self, into the earth. Also, Shekhinah. Yeah, switch what leg you have in front. If you're on the mat, if you're in a chair, you don't have to worry about it. We're going to get some circling going. So this circling that we're going to be doing is, we're going to start with the head. So remember that Udana Vayu that we did at the beginning? This is that string that's connected to the source. We're just going to start with some little circles in one direction. Spine is lifted, shoulders released. Hands can be in a mudra or just down to the sides or even connected with the mat. Now go in the opposite direction. Make these circles as big as you need to today, depending on how your neck feels. Good. That circling is bringing all that energy, Udana Vayu, all the way to the top of the head, all the way to the source. Now let's go with our bodies and let's add to this energy circle. So we're going to create this by leaning forward, then to the side, then to the back, then to the side, like you're stirring a big pot of energetic prana that's coming into the body. And then go in the opposite direction. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to add the arms in a moment. You're going to really feel a big explosion of energy coming into the body, into the center of the body. So inhale, let's add the arms and gather that prana all the way around. All that Udana energy from above, and then bringing it down as you exhale, bringing it, gathering it up, and bringing it down. We're doing 3 to one side and 3 to the other. Inhaling, gather the energy and bring it. Gather the energy up and bring it down like you're creating a big force field on the top of you and then all around the ground of you. Good. Let's inhale up. Bring the palms together, and we're going to bring all that energy into Samana Vayu. So bring them low, bring them low, bring them low, bring them low. Drop the hands over the belly, drop the chin to the chest, massaging the belly inward, the fire of Samana Vayu. A little bit higher now into the solar plexus. Feel the energy of Samana Vayu, and then go in the opposite direction. Little circles into the solar plexus and the kishkas. Good. And release. Good. If you're seated in a chair and you'd like to stand, you please do. If you want to stay in your chair, that feel fine. I'm going to stand now as we come into our forward fold or Pranavayu. So we're really going to imagine some energy now. As we come into this wide-legged fold, I'm going to keep my toes out 45 degree. They're not forward. In some poses they are, but for this, I'm going to keep them at 45. Now you can do this pose in a chair also. Just bring the legs wide. Absolutely fine. And then hinge forward when we hinge forward. And if you have another chair that you can use, that's fine. And if you want to use the back of your chair, you can certainly use the back of your chair for support. So let's inhale, exhale, and bend the knees. So we'll start this way as we always do, feeling that downward energy into Pranavayu, into the earth, grounding, grounding, grounding. Inhale and come up. Exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale, feel that grounding down. Inhale, open the arms. So we're adding the Pranavayu into the heart center. Udana Vayu is above us. Inhale, exhale, send out Vyana Vayu, peace, praise, wholeness, anything that you need to send out, send that out. Inhale, exhale, open the heart center, bringing the Pranavayu in and feeling Samana Vayu down into the earth. And then as you exhale, send that Vyana Vayu out into the world. Share it. Hands to the creases. Finally, we come to our forward fold. Hinge forward, crown of the head to the opposite wall, and then allow the shoulders to come forward. Samana Vayu as you connect your hands to the earth. Allow all that energy to ground you into what is important to you. What is your dharma? What is your calling? As we bow, we allow everything we don't need to fall away from the shoulders, any burdens, and we let go and let ya. Still connected to the source, but we're not in control. As we breathe, releasing, letting go. This inversion is so important. Just brings blood to the brain, allows us to release. And if I was in the room, I would just massage the back of your neck to make sure you're not holding any tension there. Inhale, bring the hands to the hip creases, stretch the crown of the head up and hinge up. You could always stay in forward fold as long as you wish. Bringing my toes out, 45 degrees. One more time. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, Devi Asana, Samana Vayu, Pranavayu. Inhale, exhale, and send out that praise to the world. Good. Arms open. Inhale, bring them down. Straighten the legs and step them inward. Into mountain pose, into Tadasana. And release. We're going to go straight into Utkatasana, an easy chair pose today. Sending our intentions inward for a kavana, a blessing for yourself today. Listen. What is it that you need? Just for yourself, just for a moment, and then we'll set our intentions for what we want to send to the world in a moment. So, bringing hands into hip creases once again. Feet are hip distance apart, or you can be seated in your chair, but come to the edge of the chair so that when you lift your arms, you feel engaged. Inhale, exhale, sit right back into your chair. And bring that kavana, or that blessing for yourself, that intention into the palms of the hands, like you're holding it in your hands. And this is Samana Vayu. It's bringing that energy right into what you need most for yourself. Inhale, exhale, and draw it right into the hip creases, right into your grounding place. Inhale, exhale one more time, right down into the chair, and then bring your energy, focus right into the hands. What do you most need? And breathe. Inhale, exhale, and press into legs. Good. We're going to do a balance with this. So if you're in a chair, just cross your leg over your knee. Bring all of the energy in down into Vayu, into the left leg, or if it's your right leg, it doesn't matter. Bring your right ankle onto the knee. Hands are in Anjali Mudra. You can use a drishti to fix your gaze, bringing that inward energy, Samana Vayu, as we find that grounding down. Good. Let that go. Come on to the other leg. Listening, breathing, discovering what is it that we need. Breathing and release. Good job. Okay. We are going to do some Udana Vayu work now with easy warrior flow. So come to the back of the mat. If you want to do this with the chair, absolutely easy to do it. Just use the back of your chair. As we step forward, you can do this. Warrior 1, warrior 2, reverse, and then warrior 3. Okay. Step forward with the right foot, plant the left one behind. Inhale. As you exhale, bend that front knee. Good. Inhale, raise the arms. Send out the energy for freedom and justice into the world. Vayu, send it out. Inhale, exhale, open the arms. Bring the left arm out. And I like palms up in Virabhadrasana too, but you can keep your hands however you wish. Make sure that front knee is bent. Inhale, exhale, bring the left hand to the left back thigh, the right arm over. Feeling that Samana Vayu into the earth and the Pranavayu coming all the way up to the heart center. Good. Inhale, exhale, bring the arms out. Warrior 2, this is acceptance, but I don't know how we can accept what's going on. So I'm saying, let's inhale, exhale, and send out freedom, justice into the world. As we breathe, Vayu, send it out, send it out, send it out. Inhale, circle the arms, and then step forward. Good. We'll do the other side. I'm going to go to this side so you can see me better. All right. You should notice the difference. One leg and then the other. We're going to step forward with the left leg now. Plant the right behind and then bring the hips forward as though you're on a train track. Inhale, exhale, bend that left front knee. Inhale, raise the arms up. And if you're in a chair, you can do this. Just use your arms. Raise the arms up. Send out Vayu, freedom, justice, peace into the world. Inhale, open the arms, bringing acceptance for that which we cannot control. But I think we really need to bring the energy of change into the heart center. Bring the right hand, back thigh, left arm over. Good. Inhale, exhale, open hands. Inhale, exhale, face forward. Warrior, Vayu, send the warriors support. Inhale and circle the arms around. Good. I want to do warrior 3 today. So if you need a chair to support, please do. Step forward with the right foot, lift the left foot up and reach forward. Once again, Udana Vayu. Looking forward, reaching forward, lifting the back leg, sending out the energy of justice, freedom, and peace into the world. And come down. Good, let's do the other leg. Step forward with the left leg. Lift the right and reach. Udana Vayu. Breathe. Go down a little bit farther. If you just want to use the back of the chair, that's fine too. And come down. Gita Hilata. Turn up this music a little bit. Here we go. Coming into our standing Amida. Feet are in mountain pose. Hands down to the sides. Lift the chest and bring the Pranavayu into the center of the body. Allow Udana Vayu to surround your head. Feel the feet connect to a Pranavayu all the way down into the earth. Standing at Sinai, a free people at last. We have been wanderers on the earth, our ancestral homes destroyed, refugees always. And today we link ourselves to Shalshelata Kabbalah, all of those ancestors who found themselves displaced. We use our Vayus, our prana, our energy to connect with them. Feel their energy coming into our feet, up through hips, up into the heart, into the arms, all the way to the crown of the head, and attached to the source. This simple act of standing strong, bringing our energy to those in need, to ourself, and to those in need, past, present, and future. Inhale, arms come up, clasped in Vajra Mudra. Inhale, exhale, nice, easy side bend. Open up, inhale, send our intentions into the universe and over to the other side. So connecting deeply with the roots of our disruption. Inhale, exhaling, sending that grounding to those who are needing it. And then release the arms into Hallelujah arms. And allow the whole body to create a force field of prana, Vayu, all the way around, all the way down. And this force field is going to keep the energy going for us, especially when we're feeling a little bit down about what's going on in the world today. We're going to create this energy, and then we're going to send it out. Star pose. I feel like we need to send it out. Create that energy and then send it out. And drop the hands. I declare your praise. And release. Let's do a little bit balance. Once again, Samana Vayu, because balance is all about staying connected to your core. So as we pray for peace today, we're going to stay connected to the core. So let's bring all of the weight onto the left leg or right, whichever one you want. And just bring the knee up into the hands and balance. Use a drishti if you need to. Inhale and then bring the knee out to the side and the arm up if that's available to you. You can use the back of a chair for balance if you need to. You can also do this in the chair. Just lift your knee up. And breathe. And drop it. Good. Bring all of the weight onto the right foot and grab the knee in front. Excuse me. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, bring the knee out to the side and lift the arm. If you look up, it's a lot harder. If you keep your drishti at me or something opposite you in the room, it's easier. Good, and release. So let's make a tree for peace today. Bring all the weight into the left leg. Bring the right foot up under the knee or over the knee, not on top. Now this is where we're going to gather the arms and lift our drishti and our arms up and breathe. What kind of a tree for peace do you want to be? Sending Vayu out for peace and breathing. Good, feeling that samana Vayu at the core and tapping into the downward connection of apana. So feel apana as you connect your foot into the earth, and then connect with the inward energy of samana Vayu. Bring your Pranavayu into the heart center. Inhale, and then as you exhale, send Vayu, prayers for peace to the world. And breathe. And release. Shake out the legs. Shake out the arms. Good. Toes together. Inhale, arms up. Feel the prana Udana coming down into the hands, healing energy all the way down into the heart center, connecting with the unconditional love all the way down into the belly, the hips and the centering, all the way to the feet, connecting with Shekhinah, Mother Earth. Hands come together all the way down the midline. Fingertips to the third eye as we say Amen. Amen. And release. If you'd like to be on the mat to do the stretch, come all the way down right now. Go flat on your back. I'm going to hop up into a chair in a second, but I'll show you what we're going to do. And press the right foot into the ceiling and start just easily rotating the foot to the right and to the left. And we'll do the same with the other leg and do that. But I'm going to come into the chair because I fell yesterday and hurt my hip really bad. And it hurts right now. So I'm just going to grab my foot and do the exact same thing seated. Rotating to the one side, then the other. Flex. Inhale and point. Flex. And point. Flex, and let's bring that right ankle onto the left knee. If you're on the mat, just pull back on the knee. If you're at the chair, inhale up and fold forward. And I'm just pressing down gently on the knee and folding all the way forward and breathing. Inhale and exhale. Releasing. Good. I'm also massaging my foot a little. Drop that foot down. Good. Inhale, exhale, press the left foot into the ceiling or grab it and begin slowly rotating the foot to the left and to the right. Flex and point. Don't let the spine collapse if you're sitting in the chair. Flex Inhale and point. Feeling that Pranavayu coming into the heart. Inhale, exhale, bring the left ankle on to the right knee. Press down slightly. I am going to massage my foot now before I inhale. And exhale forward. If you're on the mat, just pull your hip toward you. Release whatever you don't need out of that hip. Send your prana to the tightness. Clear that knot. Release anything that you're holding and feel the energy flow through as you inhale and exhale. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together. I had my block somewhere, but if you're on the mat, just bring the soles of your feet together. Raise your arms up over your head. If you're seated in a chair, you can do the exact same thing. Knees are a little bit wide, arms are up above your head. I'm going to drop my head back a little bit. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. Open the heart. Allow it to fill with love. Pranavayu. And release. Wonderful. I would like to do a moment of memory today. So, especially for those who have lost their lives on both sides of this conflict, and those who are caring for those suffering around the world. So we take a moment to call any names that you might have for Kaddish. I'm going to bring my chair and just put my legs up, or if you'd like to just bring your legs straight up, that's also fine. But I've got my chair here, so I'm going to do that. If you're in a chair, if you have another chair you can put your feet up on, or the couch in front of you, or even a table, that would be fine. Allow the muscles of the body to release now. Allow the depth of the practice and the prana to flow all the way through, from crown of head to tips of toes. If you're on the mat, lift your arms above the head, open the heart center. Allow the prana to circulate in a big circle all the way from tips of the fingers all the way down to the toes, as the memories of our loved ones bring a sense of blessing to our DNA. All the wanderings coming to rest, finally having a place to call home, right here on our Mishkan, our Me'at, our holy place. When you feel ready, gather the knees into the chest, rock from side to side, and drop them over to the left. Bring the arms out to a T and look to the right. Let everything go. Everything is resting now. If you're in a chair, you can do the same twist that we did at the beginning of our practice. Nice and easy. Inhale, draw the knees over to the other side and look to the left. For all of those who've lost their lives. We say Yikadal V'Yikadash Shameraba. May your memories always be for a blessing. And bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. And gently bring your feet down onto the mat. We'll get ready for Shavasana. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. All the way down into Shavasana, hands down by your side, whatever feels comfortable for you. If you need the feet to be on the mat with the knees up, or a bolster under the knees, if you need a blanket or an eye bag, or if you would like to get a covering for your feet, please feel free to do that. Now we just absorb this Vayu practice. So I'm going to take you through that. As you lie back onto your mat, imagining that it is an energy cocoon. And you're lying back with the feeling that you have wind at your back, that it's warm. It feels like the breath of Yah healing the back of you as you sink back into this warm wind. You find the pathway to healing. And then you sense a wind coming up over the feet, traveling up the front of the body, all the way up, covering the face. A warm wind of healing. And you feel as though you're completely protected in this cocoon of prana, of energetic, warm, restorative wind. All there is the wind, the breath, the space. And you sense this prana, this pathway from the top of the head, the Udana Vayu swirling around the top of the head, coming into the throat chakra, into the heart center. Pranavayu, all the way down into the belly, to Samana Vayu, the fire, all the way down to the feet, grounding into the energy of the earth, Apana Vayu. And this blessing of the pathways, cleansing, bringing shalom. Nothing but peace. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, deepening breath, always aware of the prana that's flowing, always mindful. Gather the knees into the chest. Roll over onto the right side, making a pillow of the arms. When you feel ready, push yourself up. Take a nice deep inhale. Let go anything that you might still be holding. Allow it to release with the prana through the pathway. And then let us end our practice as we always do with our healing circle, bringing to mind all of those who are in need of healing, and there are so many. Seems like our whole world is in need of healing. So, bringing to mind those in Ukraine and in Russia on both sides of this conflict and all of the countries that are surrounding, knowing there's so much unrest in the world that we have no control over, but we do have control over our prana, our breath, and our intention to send healing to the world. So let's inhale, open the heart to healing, bringing that prana in. As we exhale, send it out, Vayu, intention for healing. It's the breath. Inhale, palms together, all the way down the midline. Press, 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 bringing fingertips to the third eye for wisdom. Inhale, arms open, bringing the breath of love into the heart center, sending it out to the world. Inhale, palms pressed together, balancing all the way down the midline. Once again, fingertips to the third eye, creating wisdom inward and outward. Thank you all for spending this hour of Vayu prana energy healing with me. Sending you out today with lots of love, lots of compassion, kindness for the world, and above all, for peace. Well, let's create a blessing for peace. Send that blessing out. Namaste.
Namaste.